Hello to all of my Facebook friends. Hope you all are well and doing fine. It's a blessing to be here today. Thank God for each and every one of y'all. I hope y'all day are safe. I always remember safety first. Watch over yourself and be kind to one another. I was sitting here a while ago thinking about how far God has brought me from. Right at the time when I thought that I wasn't going to ever be hitting on 5 cents. You know, sometimes when you count yourself out, God lets you know that you ain't counted out. I was sitting back thinking about how many times I should run to people and they should bail me out of the situation that I was getting myself into. And God put a block on that thing because I was running to the people for more help than I run to him. So, you know, God like put a freeze on them from me. Everybody I went to for some help one day, they could not help me. Indeed, the people I used to go to and get big money. But when God put a freeze on something, it's just that. And that made me come towards him then. And as I sit there with my back against the wall with nowhere to go, I just stirred up my wonder that day. I tell this story over. And my eyes just filled with tears. Because I knew I had messed up again. God already had got me out of this thing 3 times now. You know, so it ain't like this was the first time. He had repeatedly got me out of these situations. And I just, well, some people say that you tramping on the mercy of God. Well, maybe that's what I was doing. But he let me know one day that, you know, this ain't what you're going to do with me forever. You know, you're not going to play a game with me. So when I was standing at the wonder knowing that he done got me out of this situation 3 times, you know, and I'm still thinking about now I need to ask him again. And the enemy gonna kick in. Right then he kicked in and told me don't even ask him. Say, cause he's not gonna do that. Say, cause he done got you out of this same thing 3 times. And you continually do it. So my eyes just feel full of water. And as I wanted to say, God help me again, the words would not come out my mouth. Even though they was in my mind, it would not come out. See, that's the hands of the enemy. He don't want you to reach down and ask God for help. Because he know God is coming. The minute you call God's name, he's going to show up right then. It ain't no hold on, I'll be there later. He's going to pop up right then. Whether you feel him or not, he's there. And that's something you got to know and you got to keep in your mind. Because this ain't all about what you feel. This is all about what you know. You know, because feelings change all through the day. All through the day. So don't even worry about that feeling thing. These are things you got to know. So God did. He blocked everybody from helping me. I stood in that one, looking up that one with my eyes full of water. And when I finally got out, God helped me, the tears started flowing. Right then, God showed up for me. That's been 3 years ago. From that day to this one, my life has been getting nothing but better and better. The point was God showed me that he's the one that I need. He gonna put people in your life because he utilized people for to do things for you. So they will get reward back from him. You don't have to go and chase nobody down, ask them to do anything for you. God gonna set the right people in your life to do the things for you that need to be done. Because that's the anointing that he gonna put on them to do. That's favor for you. And you need to have favor on yourself and love yourself enough to think about what you're doing before you do it. Because a lot of people is making decisions now out of panicking. And we're not thinking clearly. Don't do nothing without thinking. Go sleep on some stuff at night. Everything shouldn't be in a rush, a right now answer for everything. You know, God said have patience for all things. And that's what we're going to have to learn to do. I know we all had these situations we're going to, and our back be against the wall, but hey, you not counted out. If you fall, get back up. I don't care how many times you fall. And I really mean this from the heart. It don't matter how many times you fall. God will get you back up every time. All you got to do is ask him. He's not like a man walking in the street, turning his back on you. God don't ever do it. It don't matter how many times you messes up. He still loves you the same. His love don't ever decrease in you. It don't ever decrease. You're very special. And after you really see who you are, you will treat yourself in a different way too. Don't let nobody break your self-esteem down. Don't ever do that. Because God made everybody perfect. I'm telling you, you are perfect. Just the way you are. But all you got to do, take some time to yourself and let God show you where to go and what to do. Because we all have our back against the walls at times, and we need somebody to direct us. At some point in time, you need that. And who the best to go to aside God? He's the one that created us and made us. Care to him. You care to somebody in the street, you're going to hear about it before you get around the block. Come on. God is a faithful God. He'll never tell you a secret, but he'll show you what he'll do for you. Everybody gets in a hole. The most famous person in the world done had some bad days and still gonna have them as long as he's here on earth. Because it's called life. But whatever you do, please don't quit. If you fall 100 times, get right back up. Look up at God and get up. Because if he give you the strength to get back up each time, then get up. Don't feel bad about it. Because that's going to be a lesson to learn. Because sooner or later you will stop. So wherever somebody may say because you fall, look at them, keep it going. Because sooner or later you will stop. They're like a child first learning how to walk. They're going to fall all the time. But sooner or later they'll get it. Same thing with human. We all make mistakes. Don't hold it against you. Because God ain't holding it against you. Man going to always hold something over your head. That's why you let them go. You don't need but so many friends. I once had a plenty. But I realized there was a lot of people had opinion what I should do with my life. And my opinion just pushed to the side. So I had 5 friends. Look how many opinions going in my head on top of my one. That's 6 opinions in my one head. Trying to work all this mess up that somebody else gave me. And ain't none of it going to work. Because that's their opinion for me. That ain't what God had set for me. He showed me something different. I don't ever let somebody carry me somewhere that I don't feel that vibe. Because I know that ain't for me. No matter how I feel about it. You can love a person, but you still don't have to follow them. When you know you're right, you're right. And as a friend to anybody, if you see them sliding off the road, pull them back over. At least try it. We all have our own thoughts, our own decisions, but it ain't going to help us to try. If they don't accept what you're trying to offer, then that's fine. But right now, today, it's the time that everybody needs, for real, is to try to help one another. We can help one another and things will get back on track quick. Because there's a lot of love out here. There's a lot of people out here that's actually going out the way to help another person that they don't even know. And that is so nice. And I thank God for people like you. And you will be blessed. Everything you do for somebody else, God always makes sure that your house is taken care of. That's one thing about it. So whatever you're going through, the sun is going to shine again. It ain't going to always rain. That's for sure. Even like I said, some of the most talented people in the world, they have problems. They have problems too. But what you don't do is close the door on yourself. Don't quit. Don't ever quit on yourself. If God loves you enough to get you up in the morning, then you should love yourself enough to do the best you can to make it through that day. Make some right decision for a change. Okay, sure, we done made a lot of bad ones. Now let's take the time to make some good ones. You know, that same mind that you got to concentrate on hard, to think of that mess to do wrong and how to set it up to make it work all right. Use that same mind and concentrate how to set up something good and do right. You can do it. Because when God breathed the breath in your body, he didn't breathe nothing but good things in your life. It's up to you to use them for good or bad. Because everybody has a gift. What you do with it is up to you. Nobody can force your hand. Like they said, this is a free country. People get to make their own decisions. And you will have decisions to make every day, all through the day. But make sure you make the right decision. Because any other decision is not going to count. And it don't matter. It don't mean nothing. Learn to make the right decision. One day at a time. One step at a time. And you're going to get where you want to go. Nobody get where they want to go overnight. Some people say I was overnight success. No such thing. You was doing something to get you there for that night, you know. There's no such thing to overnight success. That was gradually coming. So, same thing about your life. Whatever you reaching out for, it's going to come because you keep reaching for it. Anything you keep reaching for, you're going to get it because you're going to get more determined to get it. And it's going to happen. Just like anybody that you see that got things out there, you can get whatever you want in your life too. Just take your time and get it. There's no such thing that you can't, because you can. May take a little longer than somebody else, but that's fine. Let them ride their way. You just stay focused on you. You trying to make a better life for yourself. And you can do that. You got a gift in you. Just like when this pandemic came out, look at all the gifts that these people came out with. Even the little babies now. The little kids know how to make things. It wasn't nothing that this pandemic did. It was already in you from the day God put air in your body. It was already there. Nothing put this stuff in you. No. You didn't have to go to school for it, did you? It's just all of a sudden popped up. When they say you got to wear masks, people thought some nice stuff, huh? I'm telling you. Thank God for the hidden treasure that's in you. You got a lot of hidden treasure in you. Take your time. Sit back. Think. See who you are. Because most of the time, a lot of people don't even know exactly who they are because they never take that time by themselves. It's always somebody else around them. Take some time for yourself. That's when God goes to work the most for you, when you by yourself. He's going to do a lot of things for you. Every day somebody is committing suicide. And this is sad. You may not be going through this right now in your family or nothing, but somebody are. Every minute of the day, somebody's committing suicide, somebody's child is being taken, some woman is being beaten, raped. I mean, this sad. It's sad. And it don't have to be this way because some people have a sick mind and they do those things. Some kid is being abused because they're home from school. And they're actually being abused and just, some things you don't even have the word for. But don't nobody know because they shut up in the house. Sometimes your enemies is right in the house with you because everybody see a picture from the outside. But it's more to everybody than what you see. It ain't got to be for the bad, but it's more to everybody than what you see. And it's bad. And for y'all people out there that's scrambling, I'm telling you, keep your head up, keep holding on. A change is going to come. And it's going to come. And it's coming fast. Just don't miss it. Because if you hold your head down, you're bound to miss something. And you're going to run into something. Hold your head up. Just like if you was on top of the world, you keep your head up. Because you still alive. And that's all it takes to make it in the world. Just be alive. As long as you get up in the morning and move, you got the advantage of a lot of people. And you need to use that advantage because I know you can do whatever it is you need to do. You're going to get where you need to go. Just don't give up. Whatever you do, just don't give up. Things going to get hard. Things get hard for everybody. Whether they have good things, don't have nothing, it's going to get hard. You got people still sleeping outside with nowhere to go. It ain't because they want to. They actually don't have nowhere to go. They had a bad break in life, and people walk right on top of them. And some of these people like that, and people that really did good things for folks. And now that they had a bad break, people walk right past them. That's why God steps in. That's why you need to know who God is in your life. Because God will step in. Whatever you can't do in life, God will step in and do it. But don't expect anything come from God until you make a move too. Because he got to utilize you to make anything you want come true. For anything you reach for, if God will do it, just the minute you make that first move. Just like for instance, when your son or your daughter may want a car, what the first thing say? If you get a job, then I help you get the car. But they got to make the move first. Stand up, make a move, and watch God show up. He's going to be there on time. Life is good. And I thank God for you that's been holding on, that heaven gave up. And if you know somebody that you feel like about to give up, don't just walk past them. Say something. It don't take but one word sometimes to save a life. So don't try to picture what word it is. When the time comes, you see somebody like it, that word will show up. Just don't be stubborn and big-headed and not to tell a person something. Sometimes we say, I ain't going to tell them nothing because I don't like them. It ain't nothing to like with that. This ain't the time to be doing that. Everybody needs somebody now. Everybody needs somebody to tell them something good. Everybody. We all made mistakes. We all need to be forgave for something. I mean, come on. That's something the children do now. It hold grudges and stuff. As an adult, we need to stay out each other's way, then we won't have grudges. Know what to say to each other. Have respect what you say to each other. You don't have grudges. You know, this ain't the time to be walking around trying to be bad. This is a time called survival. You got families at home. When you leave day, they expect for you to come home, not be rolling up and down the road, doing nothing but getting into some mess. Come on now. Think smarter than that. You don't get up every day just to go out there and take a chance of getting killed. Come on. And this is happening every day. People lose their life. Innocent people behind somebody else's mistakes. Or somebody else didn't care at the moment what they did. And it caused somebody else to pay the price. But God is good. Keep your hand in God's hand. You ain't missing nothing out there in that world. And half of the people that's listening to me now already know we done been there and did that. Slow this thing down. Let's try to help another person get on track. If they don't do it, that's on them. But let's try to feed them some positive thoughts. Because you never know who that person besides you. You don't never know what they're going through. You don't ever know. And they might not be going through nothing. They might be just be the one that can bless you. Sometimes just a kind word to somebody by just speaking can open up a door of a lifetime friendship. And it can be all for the good. But I love you. Everybody stay safe and keep your head up. One thing in life you don't do is give up. Love you.